is a paddle brush. Well, that's what I like to call a paddle brush. This is a foundation brush. This one right here gives you anywhere from a medium to a full coverage, depending upon the type of coverage that you're looking for. So I like to use this as well with my concealer sometimes, because it helps me to kind of get more of a full coverage with my concealer, and I like the way it fits as well. Although we do specifically have a concealer brush. This is a number 2 brush in Lancome. Another way that you can apply foundation is by using what this is called as a highlighter brush. Some people call a stippling brush. So this can be used in several different ways. But for foundation, this is going to give you more of an airbrushed effect. So it's not going to be really, really super full coverage, but it's going to give you a really flawless effect to the skin. And you kind of just buff it in to the skin in order to give you, like I said, a more flawless airbrushed effect. This is the number 3 brush for Lancome. This brush can also be used to apply powder if you want a very, very sheer lightweight coverage of powder. This also can be used to do a highlighter. It's several different things that you can use this for. You can also use this to do a blush if you choose to. For me, I prefer not to, because it gives me more full area than what specifically it is that I want. But again, this is called a highlighter brush. This is number 3. And this is another thing that you can use in order to accomplish a very airbrushed effect for your foundation. The next brush that I'm going to show you right now, this one right here, is the number 7 brush. This is one of our favorite brushes that we use at Lancome. This one right here, it's a multi-use product again. This is called a precision cheek brush, but we like to use it to apply foundation. It gives you a nice full coverage, but it makes it really, really even. Again, you use it to buff in your foundation into the skin. But this also can be used with another type of foundation other than a liquid foundation that Lancome has. We have dual finish powder, which is a powder foundation that gives you a very, very perfect coverage. It goes anywhere from a very light to a medium to a full, even a stage makeup, as Robert Cook always likes to say, stage makeup type of coverage. So it depends upon what look you're going for as to how much you use as far as your powder is concerned, or how you use this product. This is called a precision cheek brush because, again, you can use the side to give you that nice cut that you want, or either you can use it very, very flat and go right according to the contour of the cheek. Now, this one right here is a powder brush. This is a brush that will give you full coverage. Well, not necessarily full coverage. You can achieve full coverage with this brush. As you see, it's a fat, fluffy brush. It covers a lot of space. The bristles are very, very close together, which means that it'll give you lots of coverage. If you want a little bit of coverage, if you're just setting your makeup, you just lightly tap into your powder, and again, you buff it into your skin. Or either if you want more of a full coverage with your powder, you dip in a little bit more and you go for it. Buff it into the skin again. Excuse me. This is the number 1 brush from Lancome. This is number 1, the powder brush. Now, this is the Lancome concealer brush. This one is the number 8 brush. This one is for if you're doing spot correction. Say you have a pimple and you need to cover that up. That would be something very, very cool to use to get it in specific space, specific area. Also, you can use it under the eye as well when you're doing your concealer or your more of a brightening effect underneath the eye. You can also use it on spot area as well. This gives you, again, anywhere from a light, medium to a full coverage, depending upon how much product you use, how much you pat. It also is able, because it has a very, very sharp angle to it, It's very, very easy for you to go around this area to make sure that you can get your concealer right in there nice and tight. Okay? Now, this is the number 6 brush. This is our blush brush. Now, if you choose to, and again, this will give you anywhere from a light to a medium to a full coverage, depending upon how much blush you use. You can lightly pat into your blush. And the way I like to apply it is pat, 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 and lightly blend it in. All right. Or if you want more of a fuller effect, dig in a little bit and go for it. Okay. This again is the number 6 brush. This is the cheek brush. Now, Lancome has come up with a super, super cool blush brush as well. So this is another one. This is our number 25 brush. Number 25 has double end. So it has where you can do your blush, but it's flat and it's angled. So it gives you an opportunity to pat into your blush, and you can pat it onto your skin. You can blend it out this way. You can do more precision here with the flat front. But then also when you want to contour and highlight, it has this really sweet end on the back where it's flat. So just dip into your, the contour, yes, or either your highlight, and then it'll give you a very, very specific area where you can place this. Again, this is the number 25 brush from Lancome. Now, this one right here is the number 24 brush. This again is a double-ended brush. This one right here is a smudger and a liner. So what I like to use it for is 2 different things. If you love to put a liner here, or if you put an eyeliner there and you want to smudge it, or if you're using a gel, or if you're using a shadow, you can dip in and you can smudge this right along there, or at the top as well. If you don't want a really fine tip or really fine points for your eyeliner, you can use this to achieve an eyeline look, or either you can smudge this out. But the other end on here, if you can see it, it's really, really thin. So you have the opportunity, again, if you're using a gel, if you're using a powder, however it may be, you can use that, and you can go right here. And as you see, it has an angle. So the angle gives you an opportunity to be able to move it around to your comfortability for you to be able to place your shadow or your liner wherever it is you need it to be. So again, it fits perfectly all the way across. So whether it be a gel, whether it be a shadow, you're able to place that perfectly as you need to. Again, this is a number 24 brush. Now, we're going to move to like shadow brushes. This one is called a round angle brush. This is a number 23. So this one here, as you see, it's angled and it is round. It gives you an opportunity to dip into your shadow. If you want, I love to use this when I'm doing a cut crease, because it kind of, as you see, it kind of places itself in the right position. So if you're doing a shadow with a cut crease, it kind of creates that cut for you without you having to do a whole lot of work. This right here gives you anywhere from a light to a medium to a full coverage, again, depending upon how much product you put on your brush, okay? And again, this is a number 23. This one right here is a large angle brush. This is number 11. So this is just a regular shadow brush. This one right here is flat. Again, it has a little bit of a point to it. It's rounded. You can go ahead and press into your shadow. You can use this. This is perfect for the lid. If you like to pack on your shadow, if you like to smooth across. Good morning, Sarah. If you like to smooth across, you can do that. If you love to use this brush to give your definition underneath the brow for your shadow there, you can do that. Good morning, Felicia. Again, you can use this brush as well for your crease. If you choose to, you can lay that there perfectly and create your crease color. It's all about comfortability when it comes to what brushes you use. Just because I use a brush in a certain area does not mean that you have to. That's why we have so many different brushes to give you opportunity to choose which one that you like. So again, this is a number 11 brush. Now, this is one of my absolute favorites. This is a number 17 brush. The number 17, as you see, it's flat and it's fluffy, but it also has a bit of a point to the top. I like this one for several different reasons. First of all, I love to use this one as my crease brush. This one right here gives me an opportunity to really get in that crease and really dig my color in there. But while I'm digging the color in there, because it's fat and it's fluffy, it's also blending at the same time, which gives me an opportunity to kind of kill two birds with one stone, as opposed to me putting on shadow really heavy and then having to go back in to blend. This kind of takes care of it all at once. A lot of times I can use just this brush alone to do my entire eye look, depending upon what look it is that I'm going for. Sometimes I like to use the side of it when I'm doing even my lid shadow, because you can just press it into place. And because of the angle there, it gives you an opportunity to stop that shadow wherever you want it to. So it does not distribute unevenly, but it gives you a nice even coverage. Good morning, Frozen. How are you, honey? And again, this one is the number 17 brush. Now, this one is the number 22 brush. The number 22 brush, if you can see, it's slender, but it's flat, but it's very wide. So you have an opportunity to use this brush in several different ways. This one can be used as a brush for the lid, if you want to cover a lot of space all at once. This is also a great brush if you want to do a cut crease as well, because with it having the rounded tip, it fits perfectly into the crease area to give you more precise placement there. But also, you can use this in your crease area if you flip it upside down. So again, you can go across your crease this way in order to place your shadow. Great brush. It gives you a good opportunity to kind of just put your shadow exactly where you want it. This is a number 22. Now the next brush that I'm going to use, this one is a number 7. I'm sorry, this is a number 18. Number 18 is a double-ended brush. This one right here, it's flat. As you can see, it's a flat, thin brush, and it's pointed. So this one right here is more of a precision brush, precision shadow brush. So again, you can use this if you want to create a cut crease. You can use this if you want to do like specific colors in the corner, something in the middle, something in the corner here, or if you want to use it for a total shadow, or if you want to go under here, or if you're comfortable enough to use it to do your crease. You can also use it to do your outer. You know how I like to bring in. But this one right here is a liner, the end of the liner. As you can see, I've been using it, definitely. I like this brush because it's at an angle. So you have an opportunity to use this for a couple of different ways. You can use this end to do an eyeliner, say if you're using a gel liner, say if you're using a shadow and you want to create that perfect line. Because of it being an angle, it's going to lay in there for you and get right where you need it to be. You also can carry it up this way. That angle gives you a perfect opportunity to blend your shadow up to give you a good, nice wing effect if that's what you're going for. Also, you can use this area if you like to give yourself a really precision type of eyeshadow and you want it to stop about right here, or if you wanted to angle it out. This angle gives you an opportunity to stop here and to draw it back in. Depends upon what direction you're going, right? So there we go. That is the number 18 brush. We're coming on down to the end. Now this brush right here, this is a very special brush. This brush right here is what is available to you when you purchase the Audacity in Paris or Audacity in London eyeshadow palette. I've shown you guys the palettes before, but it gives you an opportunity to have 16 different shades of eyeshadow all in one palette, one kit. But the fantastic part about it